The pet's owner is Cherry Bramwell, who has a PhD in zoology and is one of the 6 authorities in the world on pterodactyls. It's unforgettable. Kieran went down to visit Cherry in her cottage near Maidenhead and meet the pet, a bat called Balls.
How did your relationship begin?
Well, my relationship began by having him as a sweet little baby bat, where he was only about 6 inches long, and I sort of tamed him first, and he began to look on me as his mother. But I began to realise after a time that he should have some members of the opposite sex to consort with. I didn't really think that my company alone was enough, you see. So I put an advertisement in the paper. Lonely male fruit bat seeks female companions, 13 inches, bright fur, clear eyes, you know, something like that. And to my amazement, this old man in London got in touch with me, who'd been keeping them for years, and volunteered to let me have some females for him.
So how many did you get?
Well, I got 9.
How did Balls get on with them?
Well, he was absolutely delighted, and he couldn't believe his eyes. And next spring, 9 little bats were born as a result of this. In fact, by now, he's the father of over 100.
Does he hang around like that all day?
I love having him round my neck, especially in the winter. It's like a sort of electric bat neck warmer. Wonderfully warm on a cold winter day. I mean, I take him about with me. I take him out shopping, and I take him to parties in the evening sometimes.
Parties?
Yes, because the point with a bat is it doesn't really get lively till the evenings. You know, so it's rather a shame to leave it and go off. The best thing is to take it out with you. He absolutely loves to drink, and just like a human being, when he's had a drink, he gets frightfully aggressive. You know, gets all worked up and starts bristling and waving his wings around. And not only that, but he loses his coordination. So when he tries to fly, instead of the wings being steady like this, there's one wing up and the other wing down, and his eyes going in circles.
What kind of effect does that have on people at parties?
Rather off-putting, especially to the opposite sex. You imagine that I'm so attached to the bat, you know, that I wouldn't be interested in a male member of my own species.
Do you take him to the shops at all?
Oh, yes, I do take him to the shops. You know, stroll down with him and buy some fruit and sort of say hello to his friends down there. No, he knows what's inside that bag, doesn't he?
He likes a drop of booze as well, I think.
Oh, he certainly loves drink. I mean, any sweet drink he absolutely adores. It's not unnatural when you think they eat fruit. And sometimes they eat fermented fruit. It's a fairly natural step from then on to alcohol, you see.
Is he talented?
Yes, he went to Pinewood Studios to make a horror film called Vampire Circus. And it was quite funny because we were ushered into a very luxurious dressing room with a very beautiful pale carpet, and it was labelled Star Dressing Room, you see, on it. And the first thing he did was to do a backdropping right in the middle of the star carpet. The director almost sent us away because he said, I don't realise what a pretty face he's got. You see, have a look. You see, he's got a very pretty face. You see, he doesn't really look very fierce. He's got a lovely little face, like a little dog or a little fox. Come on, you have a go at holding him and see what it's like. Put out your arm for me. There you are. Let him put his feet on you. His claws are a bit sharp, are they? Don't worry, I've got him. Okay.
Now, what do I do now, Cherry?
Just keep quiet. Put your arms down in your lap.
My lap?
I'll hold his foot. Now you can say hello. I'll put his hands, don't worry. You managed quite all right, didn't you?
He sounds like he's got a bit of a star complex. I mean, he's been in movies. He goes to parties and gets drunk and bristles around a bit.
Yes, I think it's sort of gone to his upside-down head. But the problem with all this work he does is getting there too. I've always got this dreadful problem of transport, because British Rail doesn't take too kindly to bats, you see. Once when I was going up to Paddington in the first-class compartment, in comes the ticket man and he says, has that animal got a ticket? And I say no. And they open their booklet and they've only got tortoises, cats and dogs. So in the end they classified him as a tortoise and charged him half fare.
What else does he do?
Well, in the morning he wakes me up, which he does by hanging from the head of the bed, and he knows you're asleep because your eyes are closed, like that, you see. And what he does is he takes his thumb, which is this bit here, and he very, very delicately with it lifts open your eyelid without hurting you. He puts it in the upper eyelid and lifts it open and wakes you up like that. And it's amazing because he knows he's got to get the eyes open to wake you, and he knows not to hurt you.
What happens when you go to bed at night?
Right, Balls, let's have a little drink now before we go to sleep. Oh, isn't that nice? I think we'll go to sleep now. Night, night. See you in the morning.